Imagine you're at a dinner with friends. Some people decide to go home early. A couple of people stay and keep talking. And someone at the table says, "The rest of us will finish the meal later."
Hear that phrase again? The rest of us. Why do we sometimes use leave in one situation, remain in another, and the rest in that particular sentence?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to English in Asia. I'm Teacher Sammy.
And I'm Jonathan. Hi, everybody.
Today, we're talking about a set of words that look very similar, but are used in very different situations in English.
Right. This came from one of Sammy's blog posts about leave, remain, and the rest.
Exactly. Many learners translate these words into one Chinese word meaning left over, but in English, they behave differently.
And understanding these differences will make your English sound much more natural. Let's start with leave. When native speakers use leave, what's going on?
The basic idea behind the word leave is movement. When you leave a place, you go away from it.
So if I say, I have to leave now, that means I'm going somewhere else.
Exactly. For example, I left the restaurant after dinner.
Got it. You physically move away from something.
Yes, leave is about going away.
Okay, imagine this. You're at a party. It's late and you're tired.
You might say, "All right, I'm going to leave now."
Everyone else is still chatting, so you walk out the door.
And you leave.
Okay, that's the kind of situation leave describes.
Right, movement, departure.
But leave can also be used when a thing stays behind, yes?
Yes, it's a slightly different usage, but still common.
Like?
Well, you might say, "I left my phone at home."
You went somewhere, but your phone stayed there.
Yes. So leave has two common patterns. You leave a place yourself, or you leave something behind while you go away. Both involve movement in a basic way.
Here's something interesting. Native speakers sometimes use leave in a passive pattern when talking about what remains. For example, someone might say, "The cookies were left on the table."
Right. And in that case, left is the past participle of leave, but it describes what remains. That's a nuance learners often miss.
Yeah, it's subtle, but once you notice it, you start hearing it everywhere.
Now let's talk about remain. This word is a bit simpler in meaning.
Simpler how?
It means to stay where you are, the opposite of going away.
So if people don't leave,
They remain.
okay, so, for example, only 2 people remained at the party.
Exactly, meaning that there were other people at the party who left previously.
And remain sounds slightly more formal than stay, doesn't it?
Yes, native speakers often use stay in everyday casual conversation.
But remain shows up in announcements or written English more often.
Right. For example, on an airplane you might hear, "Please remain seated."
Right. Stay seated, but with a formal or imperative tone.
Let's imagine another situation.
Okay.
You're in a meeting with 10 people. 5 people leave the meeting early,
They go away.
and 5 people remain.
They stay in the room.
You could say, "Only 5 remained in the meeting."
That feels more formal than saying 5 stayed, but both are correct.
Exactly. Stay and remain are similar, but remain feels more formal and is often used in writing and announcements. Now let's add the third idea, the rest.
This one doesn't seem like a verb.
That's correct. The rest refers to the remaining portion, the part that is left over.
So it's not a verb, it's a noun phrase.
That's right.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, imagine you have 8 cookies. You eat 2. You could say, "I'll eat the rest later."
Meaning the remaining 6.
Yes, the rest is what is left.
Okay, another example might be related to work.
Right. If you finish part of a project today, you might say, "I'll do the rest tomorrow."
That's the same idea. The remaining part. Okay,
Let's bring all three together in a single scenario.
go for it.
You're at a picnic with 10 friends. After lunch, some people decide to go home.
They leave.
3 people decide to stay and talk.
They remain.
And if you want to refer to the people who are still there, you might say, the rest of the group stayed, or remained, until sunset.
So that ties all three words together.
Exactly. Leave, remain, and the rest describe slightly different aspects of the same situation.
It's interesting. Many learners translate all three as one word in their native language.
But in English, we separate them because each carries a slightly different idea.
And that difference is worth noticing because native speakers use them without thinking.
Right. Once you start listening for these patterns, you'll notice them everywhere.
Even in movies, news reports, and everyday conversation.
Like in the news, several buildings were damaged, but most remained standing.
You don't usually say most stayed standing in that context.
Exactly. So let's review. Leave means to go away or to cause something to stay behind. Remain means to stay where you are or continue to be. And the rest refers to what is left over, the remaining part.
3 simple phrases, but they describe clear differences in how we talk about movement and what stays behind.
And that makes your English much more precise and natural.
Thanks for listening to English in Asia.
We hope today's conversation helped you notice the difference between leave, remain, and the rest.
Keep listening and practicing, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone!